Hello everyone, welcome to the episode 1 of podcast Game Over Planet Earth. I am Mika and on our side is my friend Andres. I assume we are going to talk about electric bikes this time, right?
We can try again, so it's nice start to
Yeah.
conversation. We can switch to something else. It's a Friday. The electric bikes. Plans for tomorrow. Interesting plans. My friends who also ride a bike, he write me a message and saying, "Oh, tomorrow we will be like assembly people going bicycles." I said, "Okay, let's go." He said, "I cannot go, but you can join." But guys, I'm going to work on a trail. We're going to cut the bushes and dig some trampolines.
You're going to prepare the course, the trail.
Yeah, so these crazy guys, we're going around the courses and just doing maintenance for them. The last time I
It's
came,
not
we
like
built
it's not
a...
electric bikes, they just doing mountain bikes, I guess. Because what the
Mm,
point of you can just ride the trail?
no. There is a heavy reason to have electric bikes because if you have a normal bikes, you will jump maybe 3 times and you will get tired, and the third jump probably will be not so nice because you just body is like aching because you need to pedal all the way up each time. But with electric bikes, you can go and go and go and jump and jump and jump and jump.
Nah. You can
And the
do
bike is
tricks on
heavy.
electric bike as well. I didn't know.
I cannot, but these guys doing mad things.
On
We
electric
we should
bike.
actually
Oh.
we need
It's
to
like, oh, I guess
do
like if you can do tricks on motorcycle, you can do tricks on electric bike as well. So it's not too
exactly.
much
You catch
difference. Yeah.
you catch exactly the points because the heavy bike when you going on a downhill, the heavy bike is the more heavy it become. An electric bike is not becoming very heavy. You not feel heavy because when you don't need to pedal, you don't feel it heavy, but its response is a little bit different. It's more stable. It's not from every push it's ready to change its trajectory. It's just like more stable in what you're doing. Yes, when you drive it, is the feeling is a little bit different. It's behave more motorbike-ish way because it's heavy, but obviously because it's giving you superhuman power, you don't feel it's heavy to pedal. But yes, the response is a little bit different because generally motorbikes are heavier, stronger, more closer to motorbikes. We can really do some crazy jumps. And what I seen is insane, just like I used to see it in Red Bull. The guys was last time I went with them. All what we do in half of a day is we build a trampoline, maybe tall as a human body, and then we build it on the edge of creek, some kind of cliff. We landed on another side of that creek to maybe measure it how many meters, but I would say maybe 15 meters flying. I didn't measure it exactly. I obviously will not do it. It's just scary. It's just about 2 seconds flight time
Yeah, 15
from one
meters
edge to
thinks
another.
15 meters thinks about yards, or you can multiply by 3. It's about 50 feet.
Yeah, but because when you're outside of a room, I mean, when you're inside of an apartment, for example, you can say, okay, this my room says approximately 5 meters, I can estimate. But once you're on an open air, it's very hard to say. Maybe five, maybe 10. But it was really scary. I mean, what we're doing. But anyways, tomorrow it looks like we're not going to build any trampoline. We're going to another trail and we're going to cut a little bit of bushes, maybe do something with dirt, maybe align some maybe bring some ground to repair the trail because when bicycles is going on a trail is just digging a trench, maybe repair that one, and maybe if there is a small trampoline or something like looks like a ramp, we will probably increase it. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we'll see. I'm just joining it because it's just fun, like meet people,
Yeah, just
having
socializing,
physical
I think. Yeah.
exercise. Yeah, some physical exercises, and it's the same like a bicycle, but you're just doing physical work. So
Exercise and
yeah, so
socializing.
strange, some kind of strange e-biking session tomorrow. Finally, I start getting effects from bicycle, just the same as I was getting from doing running. Because since I start driving bicycle, not even electric bicycle, normal bicycle, a lot, I stopped running. Finally, I managed to get like same results, reduced rest heart rate, and what we call it HRV, heart rate variance. It start to increase. It's health parameter monitored by smartwatches overnight. Because with a normal bicycle, you just work out really hard, and you cannot do it regular. So rather, you're doing
You
it
one
between
day
100.
riding the bicycle, next day you are very tired and
Yeah,
in
so
muscle
you
pain.
literally give up. You're trying to run, but you don't want to run. You don't want to do really anything because
Yeah,
you just
and
like
with
lost
electric bike,
very.
it's more or less steady activity. It's like walking. you
Uh,
you could just walk, and it would be similar health effects. I guess it's more fun with electric bike.
not walking, running. running.
Or
But
running.
running is it's just like with electric bikes, always sales of electric bikes is very,
It's just
I
more
think,
fun.
attached. The sale. I need actually to study online what it is, but I think electric bike is mostly Californian invention, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but also, maybe electric bikes was there, but they was done for maybe city commuting, I believe. But electric bike is very efficient when it's works in Southern California, where like all the trails here is
It's not
just
only trails, even roads. It's very hilly. It's up and down. It's not in Southern California. It's not in San Francisco, for example, but still quite hilly. There is a lot of hills. Even just walking, very often you go sometimes uphill and downhill. I like to go to the beach because usually on the beach, ocean level, there is no too much ups and downs, so it's easier to walk on
Yeah,
the
so I
side
think
of
I
the
think I
beach.
think you can ride I think you can ride a bicycle, like normal bicycle along the beach, like on a flat level. Because what happen is with a bicycle is better than running because running is, especially when you're not trained, what will happen is there will be, when you're running, you spending significantly more energy when you're walking. If people is not trained, what happen is when this person start running, very often he's going over a threshold that his body can support over some extended period of time. He's immediately getting a crazy heart rate and have to stop, and he cannot run because if you run, you after 1 minute, after 2 minutes, you have to stop, and you just overstress. You cannot, like you walking, you have not enough. You running too much. This threshold is stopping people who not fit just to enter into this running matter.
I don't think walking is not effective. I'm pretty sure walking is pretty effective way to exercise.
Mm,
I think walking is
um,
good enough. I mean, it's not even good enough.
mm,
It's I,
well, maybe if
there
you
is a
maybe
no too much benefits of running. There is a benefits of you just bear is going to try to chase you. You will not overrun it, but I mean, in terms of life expectancy, I think walking is enough.
well, for me, I never walk as an exercise because it's too boring.
Yep.
I mean, running is very boring because you sweating, but the picture on the background is not moving. It's just static picture. Like you see some houses far away, and you doing it for 5 minutes, and houses are almost same position. Nothing happening around you unless you're running fast, but you cannot run fast when you start to run. And walking, it's even slower. You need to walk and walk and walk and walk, and nothing happening.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
there is no action.
It's exactly what I said in the beginning. Bike is just more fun.
Just deflecting you and giving you some kind of job to do for your brain, and you're busy to solve this puzzle, how to stay on the road, how to like choose the road, how to go there, how to do there. You have so many choices, roads are coming, the things are happening quickly. That's why bicycle is just more easy to exercise, just because I think it's giving you more sensory input to get busy of the brain. You can keep doing cycling. Running for me is I was forced to start exercising and running just because of a health problem. But for me, running people was always crazy people. I was always watching at them and thinking they're crazy. Why are they doing it? It's just
Yeah,
sweating and just
I do
you almost
remember then I was trying to convince you to do exercises and you were always giving different types of excuses and I was suggesting you can walk or run and yeah, I do remember your arguments about like
but in the end it's
yeah.
just too boring.
Hmm.
There is no game. And when you buy a normal bicycle here in California, I know some people like to ride on the road, competing with cars. I feel it's unsafe and it's giving me stress. I always know that I want to go countryside, I want to go bike trails. But when I get a normal bicycle, I was thinking, okay, I will invest a lot of money just to feel myself nice, that I'm getting like a good machine I will be proud of. And it will be stimulating me to go more on the nature, on the trails. When people were suggesting electric bikes, I would say, no, no, it's too expensive. And secondary, I'm buying bicycle also like an exercise machine. And the people said, you don't understand anything. They said like e-bike is for exercise and normal bicycle is when you're professional, or if you go into some park where there is an elevator, like skiing, we will take you on a bicycle up and then you just go downhill. But for this, you need to be already very good at bicycle. Anyway, this elevator is not to make your life easier, it's just to make you like more ride down. So you can ride more during the day. You can ride 10 times instead of one ride during the day. And then pedaling all the way up. I said, no, 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 no. I will get very expensive bicycle and I will love it so much. When I start riding it, yes, first gear, you start in a trail, you put it on the first gear, you rotate pedals fast, but bicycle almost not moving. And after 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you need to stop because you're sweating, your heart rate is crazy. It's just not possible because it's too steep. You take in your breath, you drinking water, you repeat it again. You try it slower, you try it faster, but it's always first gear, second gear, and you just it's just too much. And in the end, yeah, I mean, you reach the top in 3 hours, and maybe you write down 40 minutes, and this is your day. I mean, this is your exercise. It's just slow, slow coming up. Yeah, I mean, it was always good exercise, but after that, you don't want to go bicycle for a couple of days already. Like, it's just too much. It's a really hard exercise, but it's not pleasant.
It's
And
not sustainable, yeah. You need to
yeah, so I was
exercise every
trying.
day to
Yeah,
have
so I
the
was trying to
benefits.
exercise, yeah, and I was saying, okay, I will do some exercise. I will just swap. I will run some days, and some days I will be just doing mountain bicycle. But every time I'm doing mountain bicycle, it's just like the same as running. The speed is the same, and the only advantage is to go down, you go faster. But you're obviously not exercising too much, like you're going up. With electric bike, I would never buy actual electric bike because of the prices on these magic machines are just over $6,000 usually. I mean, 5,000 I think like a minimum. You can obviously get some used one, but it's like when I was looking at it, I just cannot justify this amount. And it is not advertisement. My friend actually called me and said the bicycle he's riding is on a huge discount now in the shops. I said, I don't care. My credit card is too high and I'm not going to spend anything. I just look at it first and original price is more than 5,000, 6,000, and we selling it like 2,000. And I said, yeah, it's a big discount, of course, but I just cannot afford anything. But when I start thinking about it and what I can do with electric bicycle in terms of I can go to trails that was I know those trails exist, but they just not within human capacity or like at least my capacity to go in one day. It's just too long or too steep. It's just crazy. And little by little, I convince myself I have to spend this money because of it's a chance to experience it. From one point of view, I regret I need to pay now like all these debts. But I'm really enjoy this is I think it's a great technology, and I think average people just underestimate it because it's like when you want to start running, for example, first you will go to the gym because on the street it can be snow, it can be rain, it can be too hot, it can be too cold, it can be
Look,
too
we are
steep
in
ascent.
California here. I honestly, if you want to just walk, it's way better, or even run, it's way better to just go outside. It's never
I
rain.
tried.
It's never,
I
it's
was never
like on
never
the
about
treadmill,
fun.
it's so boring. There is nothing is changing. You're on the treadmill and nothing is moving. It's just the same room.
Um,
I do
I
not understand people using treadmill in California. I do understand in our
maybe
places where it may rain, maybe snow, maybe cold.
no, 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 no. The thing is, when you are weak, it means that any small movement of your body is creating you discomfort. When you average person who never exercise and it reached what I reached, your body is very uncomfortable. Any movement is discomfort. You just stand up and just go by stairs on another floor. You already your heart rate is high. You're a little bit sweating. You need to rest already. But what instead of climbing on the second floor, you can not climb, but you can climb slower. You can adjust the angle of ascent. And you can do it slower, it will be easier. And you can also, what you can do on this treadmill, you can, for example, set a treadmill on a constant speed. And when after you set the treadmill on a constant speed, you can increase the angle, how much you're climbing. If you came yesterday to a treadmill, you can see that yesterday at the same exact speed, I was climbing 6 degree and I was sweating like a hell at this speed. Next day, you see that you exactly with same parameters, your heart rate is already not rising so much. So you see the progress. So once you see the progress, you're interested to, can I do more? Can I improve it? And it's become like a game. You're interested to come and improve your results. And when you're just walking, you just walking. You were sweating yesterday, you sweating today,
I guess
and
it
tomorrow is.
depends of the personality of people because there is a like gamifying exercise may work for some people. It definitely doesn't work for me. I like idea of games, but never play games. I mean, it's like a never play willingly or on the spite. It's always effort for me to play games, and I just know, okay, I will play the game, I will have fun for 1 hour. I'm not getting hooked to the game. Some people, start to playing game and they keep going, and at some point they become really miserable. They are not enjoying this thing, but they want to push these numbers in the game always up, and it's not, they are not having fun. They just fixated on numbers. So it depends of personality. I do see if people with certain personality who like to play games and like to having dopamine boost, then they see numbers going up. It's my work, because then you're doing exercise on the treadmill, you can see all these numbers, you can see your progress. I guess then you're working outside, you also can see progress. You can just took the one route, and also you can use the heart rate monitor by time you walk for this amount of time, or like you can have a route and you say like, okay, this route I made in 40 minutes and next time you try to do it faster. You can gamify your progress just walking outside. It's not necessary to do it
but again, like what I'm saying is the discomfort for untrained person, the discomfort is very high. Sometimes this discomfort is above a threshold. It's hard for you to climb this hill. But now, if a rain is coming and you need to climb this hill, probably if just rain and you're just standing under the rain, it's fine. Probably if there is no rain in climbing, it's fine. But now you're climbing and it's raining and it's so discomfort because, and your nose starts running and your shoes are wet and you just cancel. But with like a gym, when you're in a controlled environment, you just remove all the factors that can turn you back. You just focus on your just a training.
And I said I agree with you, except we are in California. There is not too much variables. It's always sunny here. It's almost always same temperature.
It is better, but I was not able to run. And there's no motivation for me to run. And I tried to do long walking. It was just not improving. I was not losing weight. I don't see the progress, because when you're walking, you're not sweating. You're not doing workout. But maybe you need to walk faster.
Yeah, you can walk a bit faster. You can... not a lot of sweat required. Yeah, a little bit of sweating is helpful, but it's not sweating then your sweat is making your clothes wet. It's
but maybe
a little bit of sweating, and it's not even like it's... I know then I'm walking what I'm sweating because next day my clothes little bit smelly after the walk. Even it's not even damp, but anyways, there is some sweating happening.
For people who struggling to get into running, for example, I don't know, or for example, they have some extra weight, they should not run maybe in the beginning. They probably are walking. So when you're walking at a treadmill, you can very precisely regulate your speed. You can very precisely regulate your angle of climb, and you can squeeze it and make it comfortable. At any finger you get hard, you reduce the climb. Anything happen, you can always variate speed. But for me, anyways, I don't know why.
Probably you're right. The thing is, I just not seeing too many people on the street exercising. Maybe there is not too many people exercising in a gym, and there is not too many gyms. This is why, then you go to gym that you always see people. It's kind of surprising for me, but maybe you're right. Maybe because of this reason, because it's easier to go to gym for people.
With electric bike, what happened is you literally have a training machine, like a treadmill, but on a nature that moves, that changes scenery, that can take you to different places. And you can always, by the finger, you can adjust the speed as much as you want, and you can adjust the load as much as you want. If you decided that today you want to see this trail, but you just not exactly fit to get there, or maybe
I think everybody got this idea, and I don't think it's controversial. It's very straightforward, except it's quite expensive.
I mean, the biggest stopper here
but on
is
our side, if you buying treadmill home, maybe it's going to be same price. I guess not too many people getting gym equipment in the house. Usually it's gym membership. But maybe with membership even. I tried to look up membership prices one day, and I wasn't able to find. I spent 15 minutes. You made the website. Why you did not put the prices on the front page or just put the
Because
huge button? It's so, I do not understand. And do you think
because
I'm going to
yeah.
buy membership? No, I do not see prices. I look up for 15 minutes. I did not find anything. Screw you.
No, it's very no. It's very simple because when you call, you want, and when they will spend 15 minutes talking to you, describing advantages of a gym.
I'm introvert. I'm not going to call them. That's it. They lost customer. And you know how many introverts? Maybe 50%. They just lost 50% of customers.
But we hope that you will be suffering so much to talking to them that we'll say, oh hell, if I talk to next gym, probably it will be same price. But it's again, I need to have a torture 15 minutes. Okay, I agree. I'm taking it. Okay, I'm subscribing.
It's a stupid business model. It's so stupid. Just put the price on the front page and that's it. And there is so many businesses doing this thing. It's like, we are so shy. We do not want to put our price on the front page. It's stupid business practice.
Feel like, because it feels like when competitors will know your price and put $1 less, it's like customers are stupid. But no. I mean, customers are not stupid, but once you on a call, if you're a good salesperson, you believe that you can get a customer. I mean, this is a chance because if you just put prices and you don't talk to customer,
it's the same thing like canceling subscription. And there is so many services. You can get the subscription online, but to cancel subscription, you have to call. And it's so miserable because, for example, I've got the transporter and I've got subscription for it. And I want to cancel it because I sold my car and I don't need transporter anymore. And they are up still. I explain specifically, I don't need transporter because I do not have car. And they still trying to upsell me it. It's so stupid. I'm so angry about this thing.
I was just like switching from Spectrum to T-Mobile, just home internet. And I call and I cancel Spectrum. And why are you canceling Spectrum? Because I'm moving out. Which address you moving out? Can we provide your service on this one? No, you cannot. But what? No, I'm going abroad. Because if I switch into T-Mobile, we will say, why are you going to T-Mobile? If we want to charge you $90 a month, but we're giving you 50, okay, we will do you 49. But after 6 months, it will again 85. I know. What's the point talking? I mean, I'm just so tired. And where are you going? No, I'm leaving. I told him I'm leaving the country. Where are you going? To Japan. That's all. I mean, finished. I mean, I have a job. I have to leave the country.
And they still upselling things to you. Even you explain exactly. There is no way you can have the business with them, and they still doing this. It's like they did not hear. No, I mean. With my transport, I exactly explained. There is no car. There is no way for me to have transporter. And the guy is still trying to sell it to me.
Because how it is possible you in America, you don't have a car? I mean, you're lying.
No, I did not lie. I had 2 cars. Then at some period of time, I had 1 car only. Yeah. That's it. I mean, it's like, and our car had transporter. They could try to upsell me to have like for this discount you can have 2 transporters in your car.
It doesn't matter, just to have 2 at least. And then after 1 year, it automatically become like payment for 2 transporter. And then you need to call them after a few months and saying, shit, I mean, cancel it. Okay, we will cancel it only for 1 last month. But all the rest is, I mean...
It's like I'm so happy with Netflix because like a Netflix, it's so easy to cancel Netflix and so easy to subscribe. I did it like 1,000,000 times. Just like, okay, we are not watching Netflix, let's cancel it. And it's like, okay, there is a like interesting show coming. It's like, okay, let's subscribe back. And we just doing it back and forth and there is no problem. And with this service, I mean, it's like it's the government subsidized. There is no way you have to have transporter if you want to drive. But like if would be our business, I would never subscribe back to this business. What is the point? It's such a pain in the ass to unsubscribe. Why I have to subscribe?
No. But subscription is an asset of a company. So we always can say our asset is we have million of customers, each paying $15 a month. This is our customer base, and we need to keep this customer base no matter what. Because this is our value on the market. This is like a weight of our company.
Yeah, but look,
So
Netflix is doing great, and it's so easy to unsubscribe. And as I said, I
um,
unsubscribed so many times. It's just a short-sighted business practice. That's it. It's like every time, then they put this practice on this. I see. They don't value customers. They value business. They don't care about customers. They care about profit. They care about numbers. That's it. They don't care about anything else.
I
This
agree.
is what I
I
see.
agree. Because if you're looking for, like, say, fight between T-Mobile and Verizon, for end customer, there is no direct advantage to use Verizon or T-Mobile. I know, like, advantage of, again, I was doing advertisement like I did for electric bike. I didn't say the model of electric bike I buy, so because people
You can
should
say
run
it.
and buy. Yeah, Yamaha is doing big discounts on electric bikes. Discount is less than half the price, and we're giving a second battery, and we're giving 5 years of warranty, and that's amazing. So, but anyway, now we're going back to T-Mobile and Verizon and AT&T. I was using free SIM cards. Unfortunately, I was not able to, for this exactly reason
Free,
that you
it's like a
described
number
now.
free, or free,
I
you
was
did not pay money for them.
no. Free. I mean, free number one, two, free.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3 SIM cards from different companies, but I was using virtual mobile operator networks, MVNO, MVNO, MVNO. People who resell network, but literally those companies are using towers of particular companies. But I was not caring about quality of a signal or bandwidth or whatever. I was just, for me, I'm living in California, so I'm going hiking, I'm going mountain, and for me, is where is a signal or there is no signal. When there is no signal, I don't care about bandwidth because it's like there is no signal. And I found that T-Mobile is giving like a best coverage in Southern California if you go in hiking and mountain around LA at least area.
Oh, by the way, I thought you are using Mint.
Mint is in VMO of T-Mobile,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
But you are using Mint.
I use Mint,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Don't confuse
exactly for this
people.
reason.
Because Mint, we are talking about customer service. Customer service is Mint.
And exactly Mint is very simple. You subscribe simple. There is very clear pricing, but you pay. And if you don't pay, they disconnect you. That's all. I mean, you pay, there is a service. You don't pay, there is no service. I mean, you want to unsubscribe, you
Yeah,
just cancel payment. That's it.
yeah.
Go online in the app and saying, okay, cancel. I don't know. Maybe no, maybe don't. But pretty much, I'm sure you can. So yeah, and I appreciate, and it's most of this NV mode and MVN network mobile. Подожди, no, I forgot already this
Abbreviation.
abbreviation. Yes, but I mean the idea is they just resellers of big companies, and usually the sales strategy is more efficient, and that's why we don't have offices, and that's why we are more cheaper. Big companies itself who installing these antennas, they running exactly that model that you was describing. When you subscribe to them, you bond by the contract,
Yeah, there is a
and
lot. 6 months contract, 1 year contract, 3 years contract. If you want to jump off from this contract, you have to pay like a cancellation fee. It's a nightmare.
I mean, I don't know like how people agree with it. I mean, it's just like insane. And especially when people getting crippled phones with crippled features. So you have like a phone that have two SIM cards. Great. So you can travel to Japan, you can put another SIM card, you in Japan you switch it. No, people getting discounted with like from T-Mobile. So when you start a phone, it's showing you T-Mobile. In application, it will have 20 application, different application that you have no use of T-Mobile. All the marketing from T-Mobile. And when you go to Japan, no, you cannot use it. You need to buy another phone to use in Japan. So, but originally phone that you bought have two dual SIM. I
I think
mean, now all the
we
phones.
can see what's going on right now with large language model with AIs. What companies are doing, they're getting huge financing investments, and they are just burning this money to get customers, to dominate the market. They just discounting crazy, they just giving everything for free to customers just to get customers.
Just
And
use the
then
financial
they
report.
they gain monopoly, they start cranking up and start milking customers. And because other companies, they just could not survive with this aggressive.
I remember how Vodafone was playing with me. I remember I get a SIM card. I switched to Vodafone at some point because Vodafone in England, they was providing 4G. They was one of the first who was doing like a 4G network, I think. I don't remember why I switched to Vodafone. But the idea is like this. They was offering like a nice price, monthly price, like the price that you pay to half price for like a gigabyte. I don't know, like what was the rate? I don't remember. In England, I mean, in Europe, the prices are always cheaper on internet than here. But anyway, and when after a year I was a customer with them, they start advertising again a tariff plan that was like again, like prices always was reducing on gigabytes. So gigabytes was getting cheaper and cheaper. And I called them and I said, "Oh, I want this tariff plan." And they said, "No, it's only for new customers."
For new customers.
I said, "Okay, I'm just disconnecting from you a bit."
Canceling the plan. And
I'm just like 1 year with you, and you say like, if I'm your old customer, like I'm loyal to you, I pay twice. I mean,
Yeah.
and for new customers, it's half. And it's not like promotion for a few months. It's like permanent. Like
Yeah.
you subscribe, you get it. I just like, how? I mean, what
Okay.
kind of loyalty? No, I mean, I will just switch to something else. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, it's
So-
like this is direct signal. The company just doesn't care about customers. Okay,
Well,
you're doing these
no,
shitty things. Can see it.
Why company should care about customers? Care only about profitability. If you care about customers, you will go out of business. There will be another company who will be more efficient to convince
Yeah,
customers.
I don't like this idea. I really don't like this idea.
Customers
It's,
customer.
and what is happening right now? We all these problems what we
Customers are not
have. It's exactly what is happening. We all getting shitty service everywhere just because companies doesn't care about nothing except profit. And there is another thing. I think the healthy competition idea can work very well. But right now, there is no healthy competition because there is no antitrust, anti-monopoly laws working well. Look at Microsoft, which just get so many game companies. You just close the eyes and it's like, okay, Obsidian, what is it? Oh, it's Microsoft. Okay, it's software. It's John Carmack, right? No, it's Microsoft. Just close a, let's say, Mojang, which made Minecraft. Wait a second, it's Microsoft as well, you know? And what we are going to have in the future? Bunch of shitty games.
See, I heard like a lot of discussion about it on the internet, and especially a new law about diversity of everything to everyone to whatever.
No. Competition and antitrust laws, it's ancient thing.
And there's no and competition is will be terrible because like all the games will be the same with a different the logic will be the same, the sprite will be different, but the game will be the same.
And there is no incentive to companies make good games because customers, gamers, do not have any choice. They can play only Microsoft games. What the point to try to make good game and keep customers happy? They just cannot jump off from this thing. So this is I think the major problem. And I think if we can create the situation with the healthy competition, that situation would become way better. Because right now, here is it. I have internet and I have choice between AT&T and Cox. AT&T they don't care at all. It's just a monopoly by itself. They don't care, and it's completely broken internet service.
You can Google on internet, check the word. We don't care. We don't have to. We are telecommunication company. Just Google this phrase on internet. It's great.
The idea is, Cox is pretty good actually. I do not know why they're good, but they good for now. I don't have any complaints with Cox.
But I'm saying like a telecom company is always monopoly. Because if a town have electric company, what's the point to have multiple electric companies who bring in electric towers
and
into the
electric
city?
company as well. We have Edison here. Edison works as well pretty well here. There is no blackouts.
It works. It works. There's nothing to compare with. But in Spain, it's very funny. In Spain, it's very funny. You will have a place, you will have your apartment, and you will have internet provided to your apartment, and you can buy it from different companies, but the wire will be the same. So the hardware is the same, but there is different resellers. You can go to one reseller, it will sell you electricity it will give you tariff plans, day, evening, hot, daytime will be more expensive, night will be more cheaper, or it will be flat rate, and another one will sell you different rates, tariff plans. But in the end, it's all the same hardware. So when you switch between companies, it's not like we bring in like entire like wires to your building. No, it's just the same.
And I
Resellers
think
did.
it's fine. It's good for now. I guess one of the reason it's heavily regulated by government, which is also I'm not big fan. But here is it. I think it's least of the evil because it's really hard to make multiple providers of electricity, multiple providers of internet. I guess with internet it's easier, but it's still hard.
Yeah, because once company or two companies at least have like license to do it, what's the point to bring five, six, seven? It will be just a
But for
mess. They will
games,
just
it's insane. Like there is so
yeah,
many game studios can be, but it's monopolizing. There is all game studios under like a one umbrella. It's crazy. Like if it's in even Sony or Microsoft, or there is not too many.
because the head companies will dictate the policies, and the policies will create an atmosphere in the company, and it means that people who come in the company will be same-minded. It will be the
It just
games will have.
reduce competition. Reduce competition means company will win, customers will lose.
Well, in the end, no. In the end, what will happen? People will play games less.
Yeah.
I think. I think. I
I
think.
think
I
with
think.
games, I a little bit hopeful because engines are becoming so easy and it's becoming so easy to make games. So we will have a lot of indie studios which would make games easily with good quality because we will actually try to win players. I don't know actually because
If advances of
for
AI,
for
advances AI,
centralized
game.
studios, right, it might be cheaper for them make things because they will have, it's the same as a mass production of produce. It's custom ones would be harder to make. I guess it still would work. We still have farmer markets, which like a farmer just coming on the street and selling their own things on street, and people go and buy because it's higher quality, even if it's a little bit more expensive. Sometimes it's actually cheaper. Sometimes it's actually cheaper and better
Well,
quality. It's just hard to
depends.
get convenience of
When
the
I was
store.
mhm.
You always have same amounts, like you always have Macintosh apples. No matter on which grocery you go, there is always Macintosh apples. But farmer markets, it's seasonals because of course they cannot sell every season same thing because they have to grow it and harvest it at some time, so they cannot do it. So I guess it's more about, anyways, we need
But
just a
I
better
had
laws
experience.
to
I had experience. I had experience with some games, and I see that the quality and graphics are improving. But maybe I'm just
gameplay. Yeah,
getting
gameplay
older.
is
Maybe
becoming.
I'm getting older. But there was a games that I was dreaming. I remember like there was a very primitive game that was a Tomb Raider that it comes in the first one.
Yeah.
I remember that on a day, on the next night, I was playing this game first time. I have a vivid dreams.
Yeah.
I have a vivid dream of I'm in a cave with wolves, I'm shooting, I'm going through the caves. It was real. I
Hmm.
mean, I was like so inspired by this game, but the game was just shitty graphics. I mean, just look at the Tomb Raider, I think the first versions.
I guess
It's completely different.
your imagination was captured by the noises what Lara Croft was making.
Um, To be honest, maybe it's created somehow on a background. Maybe obviously some kind of woman were involved, and I'm young. Yes, maybe some hormones, but I remember with wolves and this like the
No, I guess
atmosphere of
you like by images there is nothing to watch because it was so triangulated. But I think
it's
sounds were
regulated. Yes,
pretty.
yes, but I mean. And yeah, and some graphics are bad when you don't see it very well. I mean, why people going to
Your
do some.
imagination is running on
Yes,
200%.
exactly.
I
Why
see.
people going to nightclub to get some relations? We getting drunk. There is not much light. You don't see it very well what you're into, and you drunk. You cannot just
Judge properly.
judge properly. Yeah, and this is what the entire thing. So your imagination is just finishing whatever you're trying to do. So and but yes, I mean the idea
There
of
is a
this.
term here in America. It's called beer glasses.
But anyway, I mean, with the games and the recent games that I was playing, it was first iteration of Horizon, and then the second one. I think the first one was Horizon Zero Dawn, and then the second was Forbidden West ish something. What I noticed is the first game has a story, it has an atmosphere, it has a characters. it's worth playing it. The second one is just like a computer game comparing to real life. Like if you compare the first game and the second one, it is flashy, it's better graphics, it's everything is better, but it's not the same. Maybe it's just because it's a remake. It's just like you first watch the Matrix, and the second Matrix is already not biting you so much, and the third one is completely seems boring. Just because idea is
I
already
think
it's
it's
not new. Something.
objectively second, third, and our matrices.
No, but
It's
I
just on
mean there is
different
no
level.
no. There is no strong characters in the game anymore.
Mhm.
There is you feel that all conversation are fit into some kind of standards. How many characters that looks like this should be in a game? How many characters should and it feels like everything is just fit into some templates.
Mhm.
Creativity is gone.
Yep.
There is a plan to create a game that will be successor of this game. There will be same characters approximately. There will be same environment, same things. Da, da, da,
And
da, da.
players
There is
will
some kind
play,
of plan.
and
Yeah,
because they
and
don't have
this
anything else to play.
exactly. And you can do whatever you can put like any agenda on this game. And what you can do, you play the first game, you play the second game because you have to play it. I mean, you love the characters from what you see in the first game. Yeah,
And I'm seeing reviews. People in review just cry, almost crying. They said like, "This game is shit. It's shit. There is nothing interesting in this game." And they are like at the end of the review, they just like destroy the game. They said like, "This is bad. This bad. This bad. This is not interesting. This is boring. This is gray." And at the end, they almost crying. It's like, and I still going to play this game.
Yeah, that's it.
Because there is nothing else they can find. And I'm a little bit hopeful because engines are becoming very cheap. Unreal Engine is free until you make $1 million. There is a great other engines, Godot, absolutely free, like 100% free.
I think what will happen in the future is it's not the games will be written by people, but what one of a psychologist was predicting. You will just lay in a chair. You want to have any fantasy what you want.
It's a
And the game
holodesk fantasy,
yeah.
right?
And the game will just evaluate your responses and will create you fantasy that satisfy you the most.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need a studio, you don't need a people, you don't need scenario, you don't need anything. It will just automatically in AI just analyze everything and create whatever you want.
I don't know when it will happen. Recently, I just came in and I kind of feel there is a power to do this thing, but I don't think right now we can do too much. AI is not very creative right now, and
AI is not very creative and it cannot read your mind too much. I mean, there is no like direct link between. So you need to create some interface that will read your brain state and give us data.
But at least you just came and just to make the prompt. I want to play game in the medieval settings. I want to be it's like RPG. I want to have some sort of progression. I want to be that character, or even at this point I was like, I want just to play this sort of games. I want to play futuristic game with supernatural abilities, or I want to play space opera game. And even like this tech is really hard. It feels like we almost here. It feels like we almost here. I was trying to play around with this idea, but I cannot grasp it yet. And the thing is, first of all, I'm not game designer.
It's small technical difficulties there that can be solved in a matter of like few years.
Yeah, and there is another thing. Is just like I'm personally not a game designer. I do not have intuition. What is the good game? What is the bad game? This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build my intuition on what is the good game, what is the bad game, and then because even with AI, then you're doing something. It's giving you some results. You cannot evaluate it. Is it good result or bad result? The same thing if you're not an artist. Like an artist right now laughing at the pictures because it's not good technically, like a technical style, realism, but like a...
They should laugh nervously.
Yeah, they do laugh nervously. They do laugh nervously, but it's not...
It's just a matter of time. And
it is not good. I mean, it's like it's not good in terms of... It's amazing in terms of how polished the image it is, but there is still no artistic soul behind this. And it's like artist, and I'm looking, it's like, it looks great. I love it. I really like it. But artists immediately see, it's like, okay, it's AI. There is nothing behind. They can see it immediately. And same thing with game design. You need to have this intuition. You make AI to ask, okay, make the game for me, make the game design for me. It gives you result. I do not have this intuition to say, okay, it's a shit game or it's a great game, right?
No. I think about it like this. You can have more sophisticated scenario if a person who perceives this scenario is complicated person. But you can go two ways, or you can create more complicated graphics and more realistic graphics and so on, or you can make a person more primitive. Just on average, people scrolling, mindlessly scrolling images more and more. And I found when I was seeing, okay, Instagram obviously I understand, but when I'm scrolling some girls and it's showing me a picture of a girl, I'm instinctively stopping, and obviously my finger is shaking. Instagram understand it very well, and it's showing me like images of different girls. First, it was showing me different pretty girls. When it's obviously understand which girls I consider it more pretty, when I'm stopping, or at least it's not pretty, but I'm just, oh, what is this? And when it's obviously start mixing me some pictures from artificial intelligence, and little by little, it's finding some artificial intelligence that I see it's artificial intelligence. It's kind of not tasteless, but it's just like empty, not empty taste, how to say it?
It smells weird.
Yeah, it smells like empty. Yeah, but little by little, because Instagram showing more girls like this to me. I already used to it. When I'm opening my Instagram search page, it's showing me half of artificial intelligence generated images. And little by little, these girls become a norm for me. Some of them are more pretty, some of them nothing, something. I'm biased to this kind of people, how they should look like. When I'm going on the street and I see real people, I don't see any more attractive people.
Yeah, it's the same thing for me. And it's not a AI problem, it's also Photoshop problem, because then I was quarantined for a long time, and then I got outside. I'm looking at real people, and in my mind, it's just a bunch of beef walking on the legs. Just a bunch of raw meat. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, you see literally, yeah, you don't see humans anymore because they don't looks like a human, because you was watching for a year in internet, you was looking completely different images.
Yeah.
It was training your AI to recognize beauty to different levels.
It's
but
not
levels
AI,
that
it's
in human nature doesn't exist.
real intelligence.
I don't see. I'm calling it like artificial intelligence because inside of our brain there is algorithms that works pretty much like artificial intelligence. So
we do not know. We do not know. We do not know yet, because the neurons, artificial neurons, they are not working same way as human neurons. And it's not only electric signals, there is a lot of biochemistry going on.
Chemicals, it's more sophisticated, obviously.
And we do not know. We do not know how drugs working. We do not know how aspirin is working and why people not feeling pain after they taking aspirin. We know it works, but we do not know exactly what's happening and why people taking painkillers and they don't feel pain. Some people have chronic pain, for example, and nobody knows how to fix this thing. Simple thing, tinnitus, re-earringing. Nobody knows why it's happening and nobody knows how to heal it. They have like some magic voodoo things. If you snap your fingers on the back of your head multiple times, it's become better. Nobody knows. And white noise machine helping sometimes it doesn't help. And some people, it drives them crazy. They become just insane because they have ruined life, and you would think little noise in your ear, such a big deal. It's a big deal, and nobody knows how to fix it.
Well, I know how to fix it. I have a noise in my ear.
Yeah.
And I know how to fix it. Just go and ride a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and for me now, like any problem, I cannot sleep, I go bicycle.
Yeah.
I feel stress after work, I will go bicycle. The only thing when I'm not going bicycle,
and this is
I'm tired.
actually kind of emerging thing in the Western medicine, because Western health system was very focused on procedural thing, and we are slowly discovering how mood can help people. Like if you're happier, you feel less pain. And it's not imaginary thing, it's a real thing, and they do research and they scanning brain, and they can see like, in the brain scans they actually feeling less pain if they are happier. It is a new branch in the modern medicine, which is like an ancient thing coming in, right? Like praying or humming or, other kind of things which we kind of was disregarding, slowly coming back to Western medicine, which is an interesting thing. And I do have not crazy pain, a little bit. I mean, sometimes it's quite significant. I'm looking at this thing, just how to deal with it. And yeah, just being happy seems to be helping.
I still don't see the big difference between like how artificial intelligence algorithm works and how my own brain
No,
works.
it is the idea of the artificial intelligence, idea of artificial neural network came trying to map the brain, but it was very simplified way to map the brain. And by surprise, it did work. Then real neurons are more complicated, of course. Current neurons,
No,
like one neuron is just like one parameter
no. It is
in
more
the
complicated.
network.
But I mean, imagine that you are very exclusive chief. You making food very tasty. You are French. You very sophisticated, and so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. But in the end, I mean, someone who making very tasty just a standard shawarma probably will sell more shawarma than you will be doing with all these sophisticated things.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that our brain is so sophisticated compared to unsophisticated artificial neurons, it doesn't make us more efficient. It's just like because
No, I
we
did. Yeah, I did not say anything of this thing. It's extremely impressive right now. Can you make the picture what AI is making right now? Of course not. I cannot do this thing. You cannot do this thing. I don't think too many artists in the world can do this thing. Can you write Tetris in less than 1 minute? No, I cannot do this thing. You cannot do this thing, but AI like no problem. It's very impressive what AI can do. I'm just saying it's not. We do not know, but most likely it's a lot of different how
yes,
human brain is working and artificial
our
neural
brain
network is working.
our brain is like working, and our entire body of a human. I know that maybe I'm wrong. I know that one of the nerves, or maybe even blood vessel, that goes into our head. Not, I think it's a nerve. It's not going directly, but it's going through some kind of bones backward and forward. For it's getting directly into the head. It's just because of a long time ago when we was a fish and the nerve was going this way, and when bones was changing from one species to another species, but that nerve was still going there. It's just in a software, it's like a legacy code. And
Yeah,
we are humans, we are product of like a legacy code. We are product of evolution, and evolution is just like getting better. It's not creating from scratch things. Evolution is creating a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit tune up here, a
and
little
there
bit
is
tune up here.
another example. It's a human eye, right? Like then you're making hardware. Would you put the wire on when you're making screen, for example? Would you put the wire on front of the screen? Of course not. You will put the
Yeah.
behind the screen. But the human
Mm-hmm.
eye have nerves which going on front of your retina and goes back in your brain. And it just
Yeah,
if
and
you
then
would
you just
design
fix
this thing
it.
from scratch using first
Mhm,
principles, you would never do this
mhm.
thing. It's a clear indication of evolution.
And here you just created first wires in front of a sensor,
Hmm.
and then you just fix that problem in the post production in the
Yeah,
post processing.
and
I
yeah, and
mean,
this blind spot is
what
just
a doing?
spot is fixed just in post processing. Just brain is literally removing this dark. I mean, there is a nothing. It's not dark. It's not white.
But it
This
works. But
nothingness.
it works. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but it works. It's not efficient, but it works, and no one suffered from it.
Anyways,
So it will be
guys,
interpreted.
thank you for listening. We need to stop. Otherwise, so
Yeah,
yeah.
just cut all the stupid things. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Don't tell all the secrets just up front. So we know everything, but we will not tell you exactly.